So now back to there, 71. Turn around and look at that. 91. I wonder if that's got something to do with it. The high voltage transformer on the pole. This is an electrostatic circuit. It's intended to detect lightning. That's the idea, that's what I want to do with it. Here's the circuit diagram of the base sensor part. And the thing is, I added a piece of foil, and I really don't know whether that's making the thing directional. It's thrown up a bit of a mystery. Indoors now, just for a minute while I show you what we've got. And that is a simple Arduino Nano that the output from this circuit goes to. This is that circuit I showed the diagram of outside. There is the microphone there. And also the foil. The foil is in place because the circuit didn't seem to want to work from USB until that was connected, and that runs to the ground of the Arduino, which has an output screen to show the data. Now if I power this up, then you should see a small value appear after it's done calibrating to the local environment. So there we are, about 17, 18 on the screen. I'm outside now where it's showing 68. I wanted to show the difference to being indoors. Now the idea is I want to check out these lines here, which are the lines to the house. Then I want to go over to that pole over there because that's got the main transformer on it, to the right of which are the HV lines, the 9 kilovolt ones, so they're worth testing. Then I want to go down to the water's edge, see what happens there, and then as far away as I can get from any electric lines and see what the readings are there. So, first one, these lines here, let's see if anything changes. And in fact, yes, 72, 73, as we've come towards this line. Here we are on the other side of the line, near to our driveway, where we're now reading 67, 69, 71. Okay. If I turn around, do you see how that's changed? Hopefully you can see this. We're now on 93, pointing towards the high voltage line. If I turn back around, down it comes to 64. I'll just check this actually is in focus. Hopefully you can see. Yeah. So now back to there, 71. Turn around and look at that. 91. I wonder if that's got something to do with it. The high voltage transformer on the pole. Here's a quick voiceover note. I was stood at this spot because yesterday afternoon I noticed something was happening when I stood there. To the left the readings would go down, to the right the readings would go down, backwards and forward. Only at that particular spot would I get some high readings. Very strange, and it made me wonder about whether the readings do change during the day. And I do presume they would with humidity and temperature, and that's why I was stood there. Let's go over to this power pole. I'll stand underneath it and see if there's a big change there. I'm underneath it now and it's wandering up to about 93 or somewhere. But it is going upwards and downwards, as you can see. It is changing. 67 there. So what I'm going to do is walk over there. So we're underneath the actual high voltage lines and see what happens. Okay, under these wires, wow, 103. 103 we're showing. So that's the highest reading yet, 104. Good gracious. Right, now what I'll do is I'll walk down this bit of a field area here towards the water and see what we get. And we get right to the edge here. Now surely to heck, it's not going to show anything. Let me see then. Alright, so, and we're still high. We're still at 89. 90 even. What in the heck? That has got to be a good 100 feet away. That's quite incredible. Let's get it to focus again. There we are. Yeah, 88. It's solid. 89. If I turn away from it, what happens? Oh, hang on a minute. We got a little spot there, did we? 84. 90s. We're going 108. 104. 101. 90s. What the heck's over here then? See, it does it each time. This is what fascinates me most about this circuit 103 there. I'm now pointing towards, well, I don't know, through the tree. But it's kind of constant. Let me just focus again. 99, 101, 102, there we go. Constantly high. If I turn around, it should drop some, see? This is quite fascinating to me. To about the 91 to 94. Let's just take a very quick walk again, forwards. Let's see if things change. I'll go up to the halfway. This will be like paint drying to some people, but it's absolutely fascinating to myself and hopefully to some of you people. Right, let's get it in focus, and now we're at 89. This is just one of those verifying things. You know, everything like this should be repeatable. Otherwise, anything that's supposed to be a detector isn't. It's a novelty instead at best. So we come right back down to here. Let's get things in focus. And what are we showing? We'll look at that. 102, 103. Yeah, exactly the same as it was doing when I was standing in this spot before. That's verified. Now what I'm going to do is go right over there in the middle of the screen. It's the furthest I can get from our property. Be about 300 feet away from the house or from any electrical lines. On the left there, well, that house is actually abandoned at the moment and there's no electricity service to it, so those wires you might be able to see, they don't actually carry any power. That there is switched off. But we're going to go up to that area and see what the reading is on the meter. Here we are at that very furthest location. You may be able to see the abandoned house there on the left. So let's see what the meter says. Let's try and get it to focus. 21. A grand total of 21. So I'd like to know what you make of those results outside. I really don't think that foil is doing anything, but the whole thing intrigued me enough that, well, in the next video you'll see this. A much improved version.